Hey, Meghann, Scully, and this is the Limerick Post Show. We're here in the commercial. I'm joined by Room 58, Sarah, Connor, Michael. How are you all?
Good. How are you?
Really good. It's so good to be in person and actually able to talk, and you're going to perform for us as well. So will this kind of be your first gig since lockdown?
Yeah, definitely. We haven't done anything since lockdown, just been making music in the house. So
I saw you all live together now. So was that a decision you made when lockdown started? You're like, right, we need to make music, so we're going to move in together?
yeah, well, the decision kind of came before lockdown. Me and Michael live together. Connor lives elsewhere. But yeah, me and Michael live together. Just allows us to work more together, and yeah,
It's just easier.
yeah.
Tell us about Room 58 and how it all came together.
I suppose the name kind of came from just plain laziness. Like, we all went to school together, and I suppose we were all just sitting in the music room one day, just looking for a band name. It was like Room 58, grand.
Room 58 is the music room in
Oh,
school.
brilliant.
So yeah.
So we've been mates and friends and wreckheads to each other for years upon years. So
Yeah.
we just kind of just started up again or something.
Yeah,
That's really cool. I like that too. It's kind of nice nod to your school as well. Where did you go to school?
in hospital.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And tell us about your style of music before we hear your track.
Our style is kind of hard to put a finger on, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a real mix. Like,
It's still exploring sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of soul and like funk, but then like
hip hop
Hip-hop as
influences,
well,
jazz influences at times, bit of rock and roll, bit of rap.
But I think nowadays, though, I suppose there's no real specific genre when it comes to artists. I think everyone is kind of messing around with loads of different kind of sounds, which is really cool. Yeah, and I really like that. So who would have been your musical influences then, kind of, as you're growing up?
Oh God, I suppose it's changed a lot as we've grown up. There's some that like are always there, like the Fugees and Black Eyed Peas and stuff for me anyway. What are you guys?
Anderson .Paak would be a good one. Just that kind of like funky,
Yeah.
hip hopish kind of music.
We
Just
also
so
like
much.
old school stuff like Etta James and James Brown and stuff like that as well.
Class.
Like,
I saw James Brown in Oxygen in 2006 or 7, I think. It was not long before he passed away. I remember we were just like, this is amazing. And it was just like so cool. It was one of the nights, I think it was like the Saturday or Sunday night, and everyone kind of was at the tired stage, and it was just like, wow.
show, I'd say.
Oh, it was like, I was just like, this is the best night ever. How, like, we're talking about lockdown, obviously gigs, it seems, are going to be the last thing back. Like, what are you feeling about that? Have you been talking to other artists? Like, what's the tone like?
Yeah, I suppose it's sad, isn't it?
It's grand as well. Like it gives us more opportunities to actually like.
Yeah, we're using the time in our favour, I suppose, to I suppose practice as much as we can and get prepped for when we can gig again, and just be ready. So,
We're all even saying that it's going to be mad that, I suppose a mad time, and a lot of people saying that now the albums, the kind of post-lockdown albums, so everyone's been talking about that. So have you found that you've been doing loads more writing because you've been in lockdown?
yeah, like we've gotten our first song up on Spotify, which is called Vulnerable. So yeah, we've gotten to do a lot more work, behind the scene kind of stuff like that. It's allowed us to do, so it's good.
Yeah, just doing a lot more producing as well.
Yeah.
Like, which is difficult because we don't actually have any major expertise, but it's just
Yeah.
experimental,
Bedroom
which is fun.
producers,
Yeah.
like that.
Well, that's it though. I think I saw Gavin James. He brought out boxes, and that music video was made by, I think it was some guys who knew in Australia, and they just put the graphics together, and that was it. So yes, and I was actually chatting to another band recently, and they asked me to send them a 5-second video of me doing something I love, and then what they've done, they've asked a load of people, and they're just going to put it all together. So I think everyone's getting creative in their own little way. So it's an interesting time.
And like songs over Zoom and stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of those are cool.
Well, I think that the Irish women in harmony, I was watching that going, how did they even put that together? Because there's so many artists all over the world.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be next now for you in the kind of, I suppose, short term, but we're kind of just, I suppose, taking it day by day, but what is the plan?
Try maybe get out like an EP
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
For the next month or two anyway, just kind of write a bit more, get everything tip top.
Yeah. We've got a good few more songs written that we're working on producing and mixing ourselves, and hopefully get them on platforms for people to listen to as well. So
Absolutely amazing. Before we hear your song, where can we find you on social media?
So we mainly work off our Instagram, which is Room 58 Band, and our email address and link to our Facebook and everything is on that as well.
Absolutely incredible. Room 58, it's an absolute pleasure to chat to you, and
waking up next to you on a Monday morning. I keep writing all these songs so people listen, but deep inside my soul something is missing. Maybe I just need some sincerity. I keep a brave face just for you all, but deep inside I am vulnerable. Woo. I wish I made you stay. I keep running out on yesterday, so I take steps to just get through. It's the side effect of missing you, and I'm just vulnerable without you. I'm just vulnerable without you. Ooh, I wish that I had seen it from the start, that deep inside something was tearing you apart. But hindsight 2020, I suppose. Ooh, I wish that you would stay forever. We faced this so much you together. Turns out you had other places to be. I keep a brave face just for you all. But deep inside I am vulnerable. Hey, I wish I made you stay. I keep running out on yesterday, so I take steps to just get through. It's the side effect of missing you. I'm just vulnerable without you. I wish I made you stay. I keep running out on yesterday, so I take steps to just get through. It's the side effects of missing you. I'm just vulnerable without you. I'm just vulnerable.